Hi, I'm Anup Ramachandra. I'm going to show a small demo of WebSphere Application Server v8.5 Liberty Profile. The Liberty Profile is an ultra-lightweight, fast-starting, highly composable application server profile that optimizes developer productivity and web application deployment. Let's set up a development environment for Liberty Profile using Eclipse. The first step is installing WebSphere Application Server Developer Tools for Eclipse. Developer tools can be downloaded free of cost from DevWorks website and installed using a drag and drop install icon present in the website wasdev.net. So in the wasdev.net, the install icon can be picked up and dropped onto the Eclipse, and then the developer tools is automatically installed. So the other way of installing the developer tools would be going to the Eclipse Marketplace. So click on Help and then choose Eclipse Marketplace. And in the Eclipse Marketplace, choose WebSphere. And then click Go. WebSphere Developer Tools will be part of the search results, and then choose WebSphere Application Server v8.5 Developer Tools and install the same. So once the developer tools is installed, we can now go to see how to install the Liberty runtime. The Liberty runtime can be set up either by downloading a new runtime environment or pointing to already extracted Liberty runtime. So go to the server panel and say, click on New Server. If the developer tools have been installed properly on the Eclipse, we should be able to see v8.5 Liberty Profile. Click on the Liberty Profile and add a new server runtime environment. If the Liberty runtime is already extracted as a zip format in the machine, then we can just provide the folder where the Liberty has been extracted. If it is not already extracted, in that case, we can download one from the last good build or from the WebSphere Application Server v8.5 download site. So once it is downloaded, or otherwise it is pointed to the already existing extracted Liberty environment, we can just finish installing the Liberty runtime. Once the Liberty runtime is installed, you can start the server and stop the server from right-clicking onto the Liberty server in the server panel. We can also use the tray buttons in the server panel to start and stop the server. So once you say start, you can see within few seconds the server is started, and that will be displayed as a part of console. So once the server is started, let's see how to install an application in Liberty. To install an application in Liberty, the simplest way is to drop an application into the drop-ins folder. Go to the drop-ins folder in the Liberty runtime, and then just paste an application into the drop-ins folder. As soon as you paste the application into the drop-ins folder, you can see that the application will be automatically installed and it will be started by the Liberty. And the URL will be provided to access the application. Click on the URL, you should be able to access and run the application. So uninstall the application, just go to the drop-ins folder and delete the application. To delete the application, automatically Liberty will detect the application has been deleted, and it will stop the application and uninstall the application. So now let's see how to add new features to the Liberty server. Double-click on the server configurations and then choose Feature Manager and say Add. So if I choose to add JPA, then I should click on JPA and then save the configuration. So the JPA feature will be dynamically added without restart of the Liberty server. And if you go to the server.xml source, we can see that JPA 2.0 has been added as a part of feature. Liberty has a single configuration file, a single server.xml. So if you need to remove the feature, you just need to click on the feature and say remove, and then save the configuration. Once the feature has been added, let's see how to add a data source. To add a data source, first we need to add a shared library. A shared library will be pointing to the compressed jar files that will be used to connect to the database. So provide the ID of your choice and then name for the shared library. And then add the file set references, which will have a link to the database jar files. And then you can choose the jar files present in the folder which would be used to connect to the database. Save the configuration. Once the shared library is created, then create a JDBC driver, provide the ID of your choice, and then choose the shared library created in the previous step. Once the JDBC driver is created, create the data source by providing the JNDI name. And also choose the JDBC driver created in the previous step. And then save the configuration. Also add a new DB2 properties where we can provide the database name, and also the server name, the port number, and the user ID password that will be used to connect to the database. Save the configuration, and then if you see the server.xml, we can see that the entries have been created and we have the data source ready to be used in the application. So we can also create a compressed zip file out of the server runtime and the server configuration and the application that can be extracted in any other machine. So stop the application server and then right click on the Liberty server, go to utilities, and then click on the package server. Provide the name and then say finish. So that will create a zip file containing the application, the runtime, and also the server configuration that can be extracted in any other machine. So as you see, we have a testpack.zip. These are some of the cool features of the new Liberty profile, part of WebSphere Application Server v8.5. Thanks for viewing the demo.